Okay, we're going to start part number 19, which is the steam valve. Pretty simple project or product to put together. It basically starts with a slab. So we're going to go to our rectangle by center. We'll lock to the, lock to the ZX plane. And we'll start right here in the center. The width on the top of this is going to be 0.747. The height will be 1.4. And we'll just lock it at 0. That's the overall size of our piece. Now we'll extrude this to the thickness. I'll just use the chain command, hit enter, and the thickness on this piece overall is 0.571. There we have it. So I'm going to roll it to a top view. What I need to do is put a cutout on this piece. So we'll use our rectangle by center again. And doesn't really matter which side. I lock to this plane. I want to kind of get to the center point right there. And I'm just going to flop a box in there. We'll go back to our extrude tool. We want to change this to minus. We'll do a symmetrical, hit enter, and then we just drop this down through the bottom. So it makes this cutout. We'll go to our top view again, and now we'll set our dimensions. Oh, darn it. There. So the depth of this is 0.1. So let's take my smart dimension. And we'll key in. I want to make sure it's going in this direction, 0.1. Okay. And then this dimension, center to center. So we want this to go out symmetrically in both directions, 0.6. There we go. Now our next item, we'll roll it back up to an isometric. We're going to put a slot in here, kind of a curved slot. So we're going to start with a rectangle, and you'll get the size of this as we go. We'll just use this face and start right at the center point. That's why it's always nice to start off the center point, because it gives you something to work from when you need to add more items. And we're just going to go up here. We're going to put in a height of 0.5 and a width of 0.1875. I think it's times 2 because that was a radius. Yep, just like that. Now I want you to take your circle tool, find the center point and this edge, do the same thing on the bottom, center point, edge. We're going to clean out the insides so we end up with this shape. Now we're going to extrude this using the remove tool, using this chain, hit enter. The depth of this extrusion is going to be 0.169. So I probably don't want to use the symmetrical option. I just want to go in this direction. 0.169. And that basically gives it a little kind of an air chamber, I guess, to work with. Now, the corners on the outside of this are actually filleted at a radius of 0.1875. So we're going to take our round tool and we'll just select this one, and it's 0.1875. And we're going to do that on all 4 corners. Just like that. And the final thing we need to do is put a hole in the bottom of it. actually a threaded hole. So we're going to go to our hole tool, and we're going to drop this down. It's going to be a threaded hole. The thread is a 10-24 UNC. It has a depth of, for the threads, 0.6, or excuse me, 0.3. Whoops, no, not yet. And it has a finite extent for the actual hole itself is going to be 0.6. Has a V bottom. So we're actually going to drill a hole 0.6 inches deep, and then we're going to put threads down a depth of 0.3 so we can thread the connector into this piece. We'll just say OK, and I'm just going to place this right about here's good to start with. Should have been there. Okay. We'll set our dimensions on this now from, let's see, the outside edge to the center is 0.375. So from this edge to the center of the hole is going to be 0.375. Actually brings it pretty close. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Did the wrong dimension. Should be 0.2865. Thought it looked a little close to the edge. That's better. Now, the side-to-side dimension from this edge, actually from this edge to the center, should be 0.375. So that should take care of us. That is your valve. So rotate it back up to an isometric. We're going to do a file, properties. This is also steel, so I don't need to change that. This is going to be our steam valve. And this is project 19. Hit OK, and then we'll do a file, save. So there's part 19, steam valve.